For everyone who is here in the chat, I want to say what's up. Welcome, everybody. This is Explainday. Big shout out to Bumble, who is sponsoring this episode and sponsor the series. This is our last one. And again, thanks for setting this up where we can talk about content, we can talk about growing, and we can give you in-depth looks at what it's like to be a content creator or to get into esports from behind the scenes and kind of open the curtain a bit. So we're talking to Sean Gares, an ex-CSGO pro who's now head honcho in Valorant.
Just the word grind. The
Right.
amount of times you see the word grind in esports, it's just like the most overused term, right?
It is.
It's not like one of the traditional fields. You're kind of like pioneering the way in an odd sense, even if you're like a pro player, right? You have to work really hard to figure out what to do before you even begin doing it.
Grind culture. Do you believe in it? I'm really coming up against the idea. You have to do other things. You have to take feedback. You have to actually put your energy in the right direction versus just grinding. If you just grind and do the wrong things over and over again, you're gonna hate your life.
You won't make it actually, because
Right.
you're not going to get all of the right things and you won't know how to approach it. And the approach is half of the problem when it comes to like being successful in esports, in my opinion. Doing things that you don't want to do, it sounds like it's easy,
Right.
but day after day after day, it's the hardest thing ever. And you have to
Totally.
like trick your brain into doing it. You really do. That's my stance on the whole grind culture thing. It's just, it does work, but you just have to have the right approach.
It is also really interesting, those days where you don't get it right. Those flat days often to me lead me to the perspective to then the next day be
Yeah.
one of my better days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you hit that bounce off
Yep.
of the bottom. Every big moment in my life, what was on the verge of me making a decision that would make me super happy was something like that.
Yeah.
The moment I decided to really pursue an esports career was when I was on Cloud9. I was in Europe. I was actually in a master's program that I was paying for. We get this option to stay in Europe for like 3 months. I just dropped my master's program on the spot, stayed in Europe, and I never looked back. So like,
Wow.
that was the moment that I decided it's esports or nothing. At the start of COVID, I was full-time in CSGO. I was like broadcast talent, and I was also working on the other side of the industry. I just wasn't really happy. I played Valorant for one day, like the last day of alpha, and I was like, holy shit, dude, this game is bringing me back to like childhood. I immediately just like ran with it and didn't look back. I just knew I really like this game. It has similarities to Counter-Strike. If I play it a lot, I will create opportunities for myself. And I did. I never stopped.
Listen, everybody's been in the chat. Thank you so much for being around. Bumble, thank you so much for helping put this together. Explainday has been one of my favorite series to do with a sponsor because I think this is one of the realest ways to really, I think, get into gaming. What Bumble has done and supported is phenomenal. It's always an amazing partner to have. So I'm excited to continue working with them, with Gen and with great people like Sean. Man, thank you so much for sharing your expertise, your time, your story, and your experience with us.
I just want to say thanks for having me on. This was actually like a pleasure, man.
I love it, man.
I enjoy these combos, man.
Absolutely. Me too. And, again, doors always open. Hey, who knows what's next for Explainday? We're going to wrap the episode there. I appreciate you guys. Remember, never give up, never stop gaming. And we will see you all next time. Thank you so much.